Best Garmin Watches of 2023. Finding the best Garmin watch depends on your needs and your budget. While some of the devices on this list are more of a fitness tracker, designed to count your steps, distance, and calories burned, others are clearly designed with hardcore athletes and outdoor enthusiasts in mind. Number 1. Garmin Forerunner 255. The Forerunner 255 is Garmin's best all-around watch, along with an accurate GPS, a long-lasting battery, and the ability to track many types of workouts. The watch features the same fitness metrics as Garmin's latest higher-end GPS watches: training status to track progress, training load to see workouts over a 7-day period, and training effect to measure anaerobic and aerobic. It also supports sleep, stress, blood oxygen saturation, and menstrual cycle tracking. During testing, we found that the Garmin Forerunner 255 was small and lightweight. The watch comes in two different sizes, 42 and 46, so more petite runners and riders won't have to lug a huge sports watch around if they don't want to. It's also far comfier to sleep in than some of the other running watches on the market, unlike the Forerunner 245. Number 2. Garmin Forerunner 55. If you're starting to get into running, chances are you want a device that's a step up from a basic fitness tracker but also won't overwhelm you with too many features. Among Garmin watches, the Forerunner 55 is a clear choice. At its core, the Garmin Forerunner 55 is an entry-level fitness watch, replacing a popular Forerunner 45 earlier this year. While it looks very similar to its predecessor, Garmin made some important changes, adding some of the more advanced training tools usually reserved for their more expensive watches. The Forerunner 55 has Garmin's new Pace Pro technology, which gives you gentle speed and cadence alerts on the run. This is a differentiator from similarly priced watches such as the Samsung Galaxy Watch Active or the Fitbit Charge 5, which track workouts but don't offer custom coaching plans. Number 3. Garmin Forerunner 955. The Garmin Forerunner 955 is the upgraded version of the Forerunner 945. It's a top-tier running watch, and possibly the best Forerunner we've ever tested. If you're trying to decide between the newer model and the older version, read our Forerunner 955 vs Forerunner 945 face-off here. The Garmin Forerunner 955 comes in two different versions, solar and non-solar. As its name suggests, the solar version of the watch has a power glass screen, which harnesses the power of the sun to increase the watch's battery life. Talking of battery life, the solar version of the Forerunner 955 has a top battery life of around 20 hours in smartwatch mode, 49 hours in GPS mode without music, and 110 hours in Ultra Track mode. This is a fantastic running watch, with all of the features of the Fenix 7 in a much cheaper package. So unless you're planning on rock climbing or doing really extreme sports, we're not sure why you'd opt for anything else on your wrist. Number 4. Garmin Venu 2 Plus. Garmin watches aren't just for serious athletes. The Venu 2 Plus is a stylish smartwatch on a par with the Apple Watch and Fitbit Versa 3, and it's rugged enough for bike rides, strength workouts, and playtime with the kids. The Garmin Venu Plus 2 blends the fitness and health tracking features you'd expect from a Garmin device with smartwatch features such as mobile payments, notifications, a touchscreen, and storage for up to 650 songs. The watch also boasts a much better battery life than most smartwatches, even with its AMOLED display. One big improvement with the Garmin Venu 2 Plus is the voice assistant features. To better challenge its big-name competitors, the $449 Garmin Venu 2 Plus introduces on-wrist calls and voice assistance, while it maintains Garmin's reputation for thorough fitness tracking and accurate GPS. Number 5. Garmin Epix 2. The Garmin Epix smartwatch is epic in just about every way. Its design, its display, its battery life are all superlative, as well as its price. While not the first of the company's devices with an AMOLED display, it's their highest-end model to sport this feature. So that also means you're getting absurdly long battery life, the ability to track almost every activity, onboard music storage, mobile payments, and much more. If you like the sound of the Fenix 7, but fancy something that looks a little more beautiful on your wrist, the Epix Gen 2 is the watch for you. The 1.3-inch AMOLED touchscreen is wonderfully bright and easy to read, even in direct sunlight. When it comes to health and fitness tracking, the Garmin Epix's features are identical to that of the Fenix 7, in that it can track just about everything. In addition to a heart rate monitor, the Epix 2 has a blood oxygen sensor that can keep tabs on your levels throughout the day, as well as perform on-the-spot checks. Number 6. Garmin Lily. If you're looking for an activity tracker that doesn't look like an activity tracker, the Garmin Lily is for you. It's arguably Garmin's most fashionable smartwatch and has a number of useful tools for female users, including menstrual or pregnancy tracking, giving moms to be a better understanding of their day-to-day health. The Garmin Lily looks like actual jewelry and comes in two different models, Classic and Sport. The Classic costs $249.99 and features a dual-tone leather strap, whereas the Sport version has a soft silicone band that's easier to clean post-workout and costs $199.99. That said, if you're a serious runner or cyclist, you might find the lack of GPS on the watch frustrating. Where the Garmin Lily shines is in its display and its responsive, monochromatic touchscreen, which is easy to use, even in direct sunlight. This would make a brilliant first-time smartwatch for the Number 7. Garmin Approach S62. If golf is your game, then the Garmin Approach S62 is the watch for you. With a scratch-resistant ceramic bezel and silicone straps, it's rugged enough for a round of 18 while stylish enough for the 90th hole in the clubhouse. The Garmin Approach S62 comes with key golf features such as access to data on 41,000 courses worldwide, GPS readings on distance and hole hazards, and a shot tracking function. There's also a virtual caddy that recommends clubs based on distance to the pin. It may be a lot for a novice golfer. If that's you, check out our Garmin S20 review. But veteran golfers will appreciate the insight and may even leave the rangefinder at home. Off the course, the watch tracks a variety of additional indoor and outdoor exercises, including swimming, along with heart rate, sleep, and Garmin's body battery energy monitor. Number 8. Garmin Forerunner 745. The Garmin Forerunner 745 is the best watch for athletes who want more functionality than the Forerunner 45 but don't need all the bells and whistles of the Forerunner 945. While it's not a robust smartwatch like the Garmin Venu, it does support mobile payments and music storage, two key features for anyone who works out regularly, and supports some third-party apps. You'll also get step tracking and sleep tracking, though neither are front and center on the watch like they tend to be on lower-end fitness trackers. The Garmin Forerunner 745 supports more than a dozen types of indoor and outdoor workouts, provides feedback on your training, including recommended workouts and recovery times, and picks up a GPS signal in a matter of seconds. Number 9. Garmin Fenix 7 Series. The Garmin Fenix 7 is a rugged watch for outdoor adventurers. The device supports everyday fitness activities such as running and swimming, and it comes with Garmin's typical health tracking features. But it's really designed for anyone who gets an adrenaline rush from scuba diving, backcountry skiing, or a multi-day hike deep in the wilderness. Make no mistake, with a weight that starts at 2 ounces for the standard Fenix 7S and tops out at 3.1 ounces for the 51 Fenix 7X Sapphire Solar Edition, this watch is a beast, but the trade-off is storage, battery life, and water resistance up to 100 meters, 330 feet. It's also easy to swap out bands, no small thing if you've just spent days in the woods without a shower. The Fenix 7 has one major improvement on the Fenix 6, a touchscreen. The screen is super responsive, even when being used in the rain, and makes moving around and customizing the watch a lot easier. Number 10. Garmin vivoactive 4. The Garmin vivoactive 4 toes the line nicely between a fitness tracker and a smartwatch. Though, as you'd expect from a Garmin device, it's a fitness tracker first. Unlike the Forerunner and Fenix watches, the Garmin vivoactive 4 offers a touchscreen. It also comes in two sizes, 40mm and 45mm. In order to maintain battery life, though, the watch uses the LCD display that's typical for Garmin watches. If you want an OLED display, go for the Garmin Venu. You can add a range of third-party apps through the Garmin Connect IQ store, though you won't find the same selection as you would in the Apple Watch store. Where the Garmin vivoactive 4 shines and beats the other smartwatches on the market is in its fitness tracking capabilities. Along with Garmin's industry-leading features for tracking training and recovery, the vivoactive 4 comes with preloaded exercises, such as yoga and Pilates, which play as guided animations directly on the watch.